Thank you. Okay. Today we are going to start conditions concept. I mean, what about cell conditions? How to use if then else if then else statements. So, like, what about the simple conditions along with test commands? Today and tomorrow I will explain. Okay. The concept name is taking decisions. Okay. While writing a cell script, there may be a situation when you need to adapt one path out of the given two paths. So you don't have any confirmation out of two paths, either true or false. So you need to make use of conditional statements that allow your program to make correct decisions and perform the right action. So that's why take right decision. So it is called what simply conditions concept. So Bash Shell supports four conditional statements. One is if then if statement. The second one is if then else fi statement. And the third one is if then else fi statement. And the last one is case statement. So majorly people to use if then else fi statement and if then else fi statement. Okay, these two are important for Bash Shell scripts. Okay, what is the syntax about these four? The first one is if then fi statement. So just people to define if conditions and within the braces add to expression and every if condition open with then statement and you can add the what multiple commands or conditions here. I mean multiple statements or commands here and every if statement closed with what fi. See, if opposite is the what fi. So if closed with what fi. Simple. And again if then else fi statement. The same syntax, the extra keyword is else. So it is a if then else fi statement. If then else fi statement. So if the condition is true, it will execute then part, this part. If this condition false, it will execute else part. It will execute else part. So same way, it is if then else fi statement. So you want to write multiple conditions, then we can use if then else fi statement. Open if condition. If this condition true, then it will execute the statement. Even it was false, again it will check one more condition, which is called what elif control statement. Even it is also false, then else statement will execute the what statement. So you can open multiple elif blocks, even you want to test multiple conditions. So this is the best way. I mean, you can test multiple conditions at a time. And finally, it is a case ESESC statement. So these are the what pattern expressions like. So again, case space expression in within the in statement, you want to test multiple statements multiple conditions. So generally digit or not, alphabet or not, special character or not. So now at a time you want to test multiple statements or conditions or patterns, case statement is a very good idea. But again, the case opposite is ESAC. See that ESAC, case opposite closing with ESAC. So these are the what four important condition statements in bash shell scripting. Okay, now I will show you some examples about bash shell. I mean, I will explain some shell scripts about these conditions. Okay, by using if then else if statement, I will write copying one file to another file. So how to write copying one file to another file? So already we have Java file, PHP file, like multiple files are there. Okay. So now it is a copy.yml file. Sorry, copy.sh file. In the copy.sh, like let me write the shebang line path /bin /dash or /sh. Then it is a copying one file to another. The program is copying one file to another. Okay, I want to add file names at the time of run. I mean, it is called what n options. Enter a source and target file names. Enter a source and target file names for copy. Okay, let me keep it. Enter a file and target and source file names. So how to define it is called what is real keyword. For example, source file name is src, destination or target is the what tgp. Tgt is nothing but target. Okay, what is the condition? So here we need to define the what condition. My condition to use if then else if statement. For example, if. So then let me use cp space -i. It is copying with interactive method. What is the source one? It will read the variable input of src and it will read the input of destination tgp. Source target. And then it will execute echo statement. What is the echo? So in case the source and destination both are perfectly copied, source to destination successfully copied, it will print the message file successfully copied is the word statement. So file successfully copied. In case file was not copied successfully, I want to execute else statement. What is the statement to execute? I need failed to copy the file. Failed to copy the file. So this is the statement to execute under the what else block. But don't forget to close the what every if statement with fi. So this is called what one simple like statement. I mean one simple script if then else fi statement. How to copy? See this. This is if then no else fi. Not only here, in everywhere this syntax is common. But within the syntax, we are using it is called what Linux command. Echo also Linux command and here also Linux command. So who will understand these Linux commands? Writing shell scripting is easy. Then save the file. So what is the command to give execute permission?
chmod
chmod +x copy.sh.
copy.sh
Okay, I want to execute this script.
dot
The
slash
script name is
copy.sh.
copy.sh. What are the file names to exist? For example, I have a one sample file. It is just, sorry, if I run the script, so system is asking enter a source and target file names. My source file name is, it is a sample space. What about my target file name? My target file name is test. If I enter, see that file successfully copied. If you check cat space sample file, this is the data in the sample file. The same data is copied in the test file. But if the source file not exist, see this. For example, the source file ABCDE not exist. My destination is XYZ, for example. Both are not exist. So now this time the script will execute only else block. That's why here
Not
P.
successfully completed.
Actually,
Failed
this
to
file
copy.
is not exist. So that's why failed to copy the file. So we have successfully executed.
Okay. The close call button.
Next, this is the one thing how to manage what if then else if okay. Now I will tell you one more important option. This time I will go with host communication program. So this is important in the real time. It is called what host communication. Guys, you know that already. The remote server is alive or not. The remote server is alive or not. I mean, my system currently getting internet connection or not. So in environment, people will test it with scripts. Generally, the network administrator or every IT employee will run the what ping command. Okay, for example, my server is 192.168.10.10. Then people will execute. This is the command. So currently, this 192.168.10.10 is working. Sir, I want to test Google server is working or not. It is called what? Google.com. They will test it. See this? Google also it's working with this is the IP. So generally, for testing your network activities by using ping command. Okay, within the ping command, if you run -c 3 only, then it will ping 3 times. It will ping 3 times and also will close it. See that 1, 2, 3, close it. So if you don't specify count option, I mean C3, C5 like that, it will ping continuously. It will ping continuously. But I want to test whether it's working or not just with 1 or 2 times only. That's why ping C is the option. For this, how to write a shell script in the environment. So that's why my script name is host communication. Host communication dot sh is the file. Host communication. Right. Has exclamation. Again, CBank path. It is a CBank path, which is has exclamation /bin/sh. Okay. For this, what is the program name? Host testing. Host testing. Okay. I want to create a variable for this. So for example, the variable name is host. Host equal to, just write the word, I mean, I want to test google.com. So that's why variable name is google.com is the variable. Yes, I have declared one variable here. Then I want to test ping option. I mean, it is a 3 times to verify or 5 times to verify. So which one to verify? I will write the word variable name. It is called what? Host. I mean, within the dollar host, it will read google.com. Then now I will define the what conditions here. If and close it with what? Fi. Right? So within the if condition, then I want to write generally the last command is success or failure. People will define the word dollar question mark. See, let me open the what another terminal for this and duplicate session again with same username ROM and R12. See this. So this is the what another term. But here I will execute the what commands. See, please understand the what everyone will easily to verify the what scripts and copy paste it. But try to understand each and every command meaning. Then only you will be able to understand the what scripts. Okay. I mean, I have executed date command. So date is successfully executed. If I run echo dollar question mark, then what is the meaning? This dollar question mark is a one variable, system defined variable or one parameter, whether the last command is success or failure. So the last command date successfully completed. That's why the output would be 0. In case the last command is failed, so the output would be except 0 depending on command. See this? So this is one repeated interview question. How do you know the last command is success or failure? Okay. So now by using the same section here, dollar question mark. So when the dollar question mark equivalent to 0, the dollar question mark equivalent to 0, then I want to write a one statement. What is the statement? Dollar host is reachable. Dollar host is reachable. So this is the statement I want to execute. So in the else statement, I want to write what is that? Dollar host is unreachable. Unreachable. So this is the simple script. How people to write the word? It is called what? Host communication. Very easy. You need to understand here only. Okay, what is the condition? The dollar question mark is verifying last command is success or failure. So what is my last command? Here is the word ping command. If the ping is success, it will read the word 0. So 0 equivalent to 0. It is true. That's why host is reachable. If dollar question mark not equal to 0, I mean the ping host, it's not working. I mean it's not reachable. So maybe it is a 127. It is not equal. So then host is unreachable. Now let me go to save the file and chmod plus x. It is called what? Host communication.sh. If I run host communication program, see this 1, 2, 3 success. That's why line number google.com is reachable, but here it is called what? Command not found error is there in the line number 9. Something if ping command is okay, else fi is also okay, also perfect. Then where is the mistake here? Dollar host is also okay. C3 also perfect. Host variable is declaration is also clear. Okay, no issues here.
Sir, can we also see the line number here?
Hmm?
Can we do something to see the line number here? Yeah, this one. What you did?
C space NU here.
SE space. Okay. And yeah.
Okay. See, the program is correct, no issue. But 1, 2, 3. But you got the output. The host communication.sh, google.com is reachable. Google.com is reachable. So it is okay, but no issues. So people generally they are defining the word scripts for this. I mean, how to run the command, how the last command is success or failure, and host is reachable or not, and like this is the best one. Okay, then next important thing, the one more script I will explain, checking for super user account. Checking for the super user. See guys, I will explain completely the real-time scripts only. Even the small scripts are small, but very important. Okay, now what is the next important script? Check for super user. So I mean, currently the username is admin user or any other user. How do you know that? So generally every user having user ID. Every user having user ID. So where is the user IDs actually? By default, users are located in the slash etc slash wd is the file. And within the file, see this, the Raju user ID value is 1000 and Ram user ID value is 1001. And same way, multiple user IDs. But one user is always having ID value is 0. So what is the username? Root user. So when the ID value is 0, then which is called what? Root user. I mean even is an admin. So root user ID value always 0 only. But normal user ID values more than 1000. Okay. So now UID is an important environment variable that can be used to check whether the current script has been run as a root user or regular user. So whether the current script has been run as a root user or regular user. How do you know that? So now I will go for example, this is the user script, user.sh. Okay, within the script has exclamation slash bin slash sh. And now this is called what? User ID. Uh, user ID is normal or super user. Normal user or super user. Now, I want to define directly condition. So what is the condition to define, like to verify whether the user is normal user or super user? If is the condition, then by default, the variable value is UIDs are there. So now that UIDs to verify by using dollar, because variables to read dollar only, dollar UID. So when the dollar UID not equal to 0, not equal to 0, and then it will execute. The echo statement is it is a non-root user. Non-root user. So now please run the script. Please run as with a root account. See this. Please understand the statement. If the value is 0, okay, it is a what? Root user only. Because I told you user ID value is 0 means root user only. So then definitely it is a root user only. But value not equal to 0, definitely it is a non-root user. So please run as root account. And then it will, if then else statement. In the else again, I want to run the command. One more statement is, it is a root user statement. Okay, it is a root user. When it is a UID value is 0. And finally, close with F5. And I want to run one more statement, echo. So UID value for the root user is 0. Correct. So UID value for the root user is 0. So this is the script. The current user is normal or super user, whether the script has been executed from the normal user or root user. So this is script completely depending on what? UID value. Because every user having the what? ID value, those ID values are unique. When the ID value is 0, so definitely it is equivalent to 0. So then it is a root user. But I am specified UID not equal to 0. That's why then statement will execute. When the not equal to 0, it will execute this. When the equal to, it is a condition is true, then else statement it will execute the what? Root user. So let me save and specify the what? Script permission chmod plus x user.sh. If I enter, fine. But now I'm trying to execute this script by using the word ROM user. Actually, ROM user ID value is what? How do you know that? ID space, if you write the username, the ID value of the ROM, it is called what? 1001. So ID value of the root, it is the value of the 0. Please understand, this is the short command, how to check the what? User ID values. So if I execute this script, what dot as user.sh. What happens is, non-root user, please run as root account. UID value for the root user is 0. So then statement successfully executed because the UID current user UID value is not 0. So please run as from the root account. So how to execute the same script on the root account? So this is my system. I know the what? Root account ID value. So go for SU with the root account. So now currently I'm working with what? Root user. So how do you know that? If I run who am I, it is a root account. But where is this script? Again in the same location, user.sh is there. I will go for, it is called what? User.sh script. If I enter, see this? Oh, this is the root user. User ID value is 0. Okay, the script was successfully executed from the root user. Generally, this kind of scripts will use it for administrators because who want to execute the scripts from the prompt of the hash. Definitely, those are belonging to admin scripts. Okay, let me exit my user. I back to again my ROM user. Okay, this is also one good script in the environment, whether you are executing the scripts from the root user or normal user. But when will you working on the user accounts? Everyone to remember the major part is user ID values only. User ID values only. Okay, everyone knows one simple script. Already you know that given number is positive or negative. Anyone how to find the number is positive or negative? Even the same conditions, Java, Python, and everywhere conditions are common, right? How to check the given number is positive or negative? Anyone?
If the given number is greater than 0, then it is positive, and if else it is negative.
Very good. So with the value greater than 0, okay, it is a what? Positive number. Otherwise, it is a negative number. So I can write a script C. So this it is called what? Number dot ss, positive number or negative number dot ss. So it is flagged in classes. And then what is the program name? Check the given number.
It's positive.
Given number is positive or negative. Positive or negative. This is the script. So now I want to read the statement first. Echo -n in the current statement. Enter a number. Enter a number. So this is for testing. So what is the condition? If condition, it is called what?
If
Dollar
in
$n
that
greater than
zero.
$n greater than 0. $n greater than 0. Then what it is? So $n is a
Dollar n is a positive
in the
number.
echo statement. $n is a
Positive number.
positive number. Correct. $n is a positive. In case it is not greater than 0, the
The
script
number
will
is 0.
execute. $n is
It's
a
negative.
negative number. Negative number. And close it with what? Fi. So this is the proper way how you can test the what? Your conditions. So save the file and check the what file execution. It is called what?
Sets module plus
Number.sh. If I
number.sh.
go number.sh, where is the mistake? $n GT0. Where is the mistake?
Read n is read n unit.
Enter a number. Okay, even. What is that? Read n. It is a number is required. Then save the file. Okay, enter a number. So 3 is the what? My God, 3 is a positive number, right? If I enter -3, it is a negative number. It is called what? 9, positive number. It is called what? -1. It is a negative number. So this is the way how you can manage the what? Your positive number or negative number. And even everyone.
If I am giving 0,
So 0 is the what? What is the 0? It is a negative number.
Sir, in if condition we have mentioned hyphen GT, right? So GT I understand it is greater than, but what denotes hyphen?
Options are specified with hyphen.
Options are
Every Linux option running with what? Hyphen.
okay.
Right.
Hello.
So, yeah, ma'am.
For GT, we can't use greater than or less than symbol.
So, see this. This is the what important thing. I mean, in the condition, if you specify the word strings, then we can use the word symbols.
Okay.
Last session, what I told you. When the strings are there, symbols only. Except strings, we can use the word GT, NT like that.
Oh,
Strings,
Right.
since we have defined read n is why we are able to use $n greater than 0 because read is working, n is working as a variable.
Hmm.
Okay.
Next, everyone uses using regular cell script. Even this is even number or odd number. How can you find the what even number or odd number?
Number divisible by 2, this is even number, and not divisible by 2, this is odd number.
So divisible by 2 is equivalent to 0 or any other value?
Equal to 0.
Not
That's
equal to 0. Remainder should be 0.
equal to 0, it is an even, otherwise it is a what? Odd number. So here I will define the word directly condition. You will follow the what? Your cell scripts. So how people will define the condition? For example, EXPR. So the input value, for example, it will read the keyword $n. So $n divided by 2. Okay, it is a 2. And then it is equivalent to 0. Then this is the what? Even number. But while writing, you must be use the what? Backtick options. So this is entire word kappa. So by 2 equivalent to 0. This is the even number. This is the what? Your condition. Otherwise, it is an odd number. Is it correct? Guys, is it correct or not?
This percentage is modulus operator, am I right?
Right.
Modulus means remainder.
Modulo, remainder.
Yeah.
Fine. And the next one is the one more important program here, swapping form. So every time people are facing even swap two numbers. So that's why it is called what? Swap.sx. The program name is swap.sx. Generally, anyone, what is the condition of the swapping?
Swap is nothing but virtual RAM.
Sorry?
Swap is nothing but virtual RAM in the Linux.
No, we are not talking about virtual memory. The program is swap two numbers. Got my point?
Okay.
The swapping concept is different in the Linux environment. So generally, swap is a virtual memory for improving system performance. When the application need more memory in the real time, administrator will build the what? Swap space. That swap will be act as a what? Like a RAM space. Am I true?
Okay.
That one is part of Linux admin. But here we are talking about swap two numbers. Okay. This is hash exclamation /bin/sh. What is my program name here? Swap two numbers. Swap two numbers. Okay. Anyone, what is the condition for the swapping?
Need to take a variable, temp variable in which you will.
Correct. But anyone, what is the condition? Simple condition.
Sir, it's the simple condition. First, we define two variables. Okay. And first, what we will do, we will assign one number to first variable. Okay. And second number to the another variable. Okay. And
okay.
then
See, the simple funda I will tell you. You want to define the swapping. A equals to B,
B equals to A.
B is equal to C, and then C equal to A. This is the simple way how people will defining the what? Swapping condition. So these swap settings, I mean these swap two numbers, not only in the shell script, even in the Python, Java, .NET, and everywhere same thing. Okay. So now I will give you the what static inputs directly. Let me keep the first value is 5. This is the what one variable, right? And then I want to define the second value is 10. So how many variables are declared here?
2 variables.
2. So these two are the what static variables. Or you want to run dynamic values, you can use the what read space n or read space d. You can define the what dynamic values also. Anything, it's same way. And now I want to declare, this is
Temp.
called what? Temp equal to, I want to store the what? The first value in the temporary location.
Temporary location.
That's why I want to read temp is the what? It is the first
First.
value. And again, the first value will be stored. The second value will be stored under what? First value. This is called what? Second value. And finally, the second
one equal
will be print
temp.
out. It is called what?
Temp.
The temp will be
Temp.
stored under what? Second value. See that A equal to B, B equal to C, C equal to A. Again. Simple thing. So the temp will store the what? 5. See, temp will store the what? 5. And first, again it will store the what? Second, 10. Then again second will store the what? First. Okay. So now if you execute this program, you will get the output. But I want to read the what statement. What happened exactly internally. So after swapping, two numbers are so the first one is, it is called what? Echo
First.
Equal to
$first.
$first. It will read the what? $first. Then second equal to, it is a $second. So people will get the output like this. But within the same line you want to get the output, we can add the what? Hyphen n. Otherwise you will get the output bottom line. Okay. So now let me go to save the file. And chmod +x swap.sh. If I run swap.sh, see this? After swapping, two numbers are first value 10, second value 5. Actually, I have specified first one is 5, second one is 10. But after swapping, values are reversed. Right? So here, like people are defining multiple values and multiple programs. And finally, for admin level, one more script I will. Okay. Admin level scripts are no need here. But guys, I will share the what admin level scripts after Linux administration classes. Because no need any admin level scripts because people no idea about admin commands. So now how to create user accounts in the real time, and how people to deleting the what user accounts, and how to installing applications by using scripts, and how to run the what system booting options by using shell scripts. Okay, so those kind of scripts I will share with you after Linux administration course. So this is called what? Just idea about if then else FI statement. But still we have pending two again, if then and if then else FI statement and case statements also. But you want to understand these two, then test commands are required. So how to use the test commands? The given file is empty or not? Is it readable file or writable file? How do you know that? How to test it? The status of the resource. So in the bash shell scripting, the another beautiful options are there within the test options. So tomorrow, even Saturday, we have a session. because I want to cover multiple things in the self-scripting. So that's why even last Saturday and this Saturday also we have SSL. So tomorrow I will cover the what test commands. Okay, within the test command, I will be explained if then, elif then, else fi statement and case statement also. Are you noted?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Right. So tomorrow we have a session. Don't forget. And now tell me, what are the queries? I mean, yesterday somebody's asking me one query about like operators related. Did you get output? Anyone?
Yeah, I didn't try it, but I got your question. Just if I mention BC, then also it will take normal value and float value, right?
Uh, I told you already how to use the word base. Okay. Okay.
So
For example, like see, I will write it. The program name is operator.sh, for example, opr.sh. So in the hash exclamation slash bin slash sh. Best example, what can I write? Okay, this is the what? Integer and float value. This is your, I mean, uh, you are looking for like this, right? Combination of
yeah,
float and
right, right.
integer, correct?
Yeah, yeah, right,
Okay,
right.
very good. Now, echo hyphen, I will go for the what dynamic values, or you can define the what static values also. Okay, the first one is I want to, I mean, enter a integer value. Enter an integer. Enter an integer value. Okay, it will collect the value by using read. Let me keep it. It is called what? Integer is the variable. Okay, I want to add another variable. I mean another input. Enter a float value. Enter a float value. So how to read the float value? Read float. So now you will define two values like this. But here the important thing is I want to create a one variable for shading. For shading. Okay, variable name is integer underscore floater. I mean two combination value. That's why integer and floater. So what it will require? Echo. Let me write dollar integer and plus dollar float. Okay, but remember this integer and float will stores directly echo dollar integer means, for example, it is a 10 and it is a 5.1, then it will store directly 10 plus 5.1 only. You will get the output.
Okay.
Okay, but what I am required, this output goes to BC command. This output goes to BC command. So this entire output goes to BC command. Then BC will calculate these float values.
Hmm.
Okay. So finally, I want to see this is the what only output. We cannot get the what output from the variable. So you want to read this output, definitely you can specify the value. For example, echo like let me write this is the sum. That's why sum of integer and uh, float, integer and float value is dollar this int float variable. Correct.
Correct.
So now if I go ch mode plus x. What is the program? Opera.sh.
.sh.
If I run opera.sh, enter. Enter a integer value. This is the integer, so 5. Enter a float value. Okay, this is 1.5. Oh my god. Line number 10, 5, command not found. So sum of integer and float value, because variable is not stored, that's why we don't get any output here. I mean, something is missing here. Echo integer float, and it is okay, but these are the multiple commands. So let me keep it command substitute operator, because for calculate this, I mean this entire value is a single command, then command substitute operator. So backtick off for this. Now I will go again one more time. Enter a integer value 10 and enter a float value is 5.5. Great. Sum of integer and float values are 15.5. Now we got it or not?
Yes, I got it.
Right. See, you have to rethink. When will you get an error? You need to rethink again what happened to it. I mean, what we will do and what kind of keys we need to add. But writing shell scripts are easy, and even to understand shell scripts are very easy, guys. When who having knowledge of shell keywords. So that's why even in interviews, people are asking about keywords only. What is the idea about BC? Oh, it is a basic counter, because bash shell offers direct calculations of arithmetic values by using EXPR. But bash doesn't read direct values of float. Okay, float values recommends basic calculators by using the word basic. So we need to read the word shell keywords. Who having knowledge on the keywords, those people easily to understand any kind of shell scripts. And second important point, the person knowledge on commands also. Commands and shell keywords. If both are clear, it is easy to understand any kind of shell script in the real time. Am I true?
Yes.
Sir, I have a small doubt here. Read float you have mentioned, right? So floats works like a variable that the user are entering some
Yes,
values.
integer is the variable, float is also variable.
Okay, so in the place of float we can mention anything, right? Any
Anything
variable.
you can mention.
Okay. Second thing is that you have mentioned echo hyphen n, right? So what denotes hyphen?
I told you yesterday what is the
Yeah,
use
I
of n
forget
of
that.
n.
So yes, I have written, but
If you forget every time, what happened? What can I do?
Echo hyphen n means it will write in the same line.
Correct. The cursor position is the same.
Sir, I have one question. For example, when you define the two variable integer and float, I mean in C++ we also define the data type. Okay. My question is in the bash, don't we have to define like that?
You can define multiple values to combine, but bash will treated everything as a string variable, because we don't have any data types in the shell script.
Shell script, okay. So when you use echo minus hyphen n, enter the value, it is just what we call it. It is just a string.
It is just a string. I mean, n will define the value will be in the what same cursor position of the same line. I
So,
mean, it will ask the what value here only.
so
If you don't
when
specify
we
hyphen
enter,
n option,
yeah, I
the
got it.
value.
When I, for example, enter an integer value, and when we enter 10, it is taken as a string value. Am I right?
Correct. Everything treated as a string variable,
String value, yeah. And
because no
what is the
data types.
purpose of BC, sir? That I don't understand.
Float value calculations.
BC.
What about yesterday class? Did you join yesterday?
Yeah, I joined, but I joined late. I think I missed.
BC also have explained yesterday class. It is called what basic calculator. So any
Basic.
float values are there, it will collect it. But integer values no need any basic, float values needs basic calculator.
Got it, got it. So it is like it is turning the string value into number and then adding it together.
Correct.
Yeah. Thank you, sir.
Right. Okay, guys. So tomorrow we have a session, and even Saturday I will continue the what another part of this condition, which is test commands. Even test commands are important in the real time. So people will face the what multiple options, like what whether the file is readable file or empty file or non-empty file. How can you test it? So just like it is a testing purpose. So we have multiple options are there. So tomorrow I will continue with test. Thank you. Thank you very much. We'll see you. And one more important update. Mostly next week we are planning to Linux administration sessions. Interested people will come and join our sessions, except these basics and shell scripts. Again, Linux administration is 45 days course. Remember, guys, we have multiple advantages, especially for engineers, administrators who is looking for cloud computing, who is looking for DevOps. Those people are better to join the what Linux administration, because you will learn the what file system troubleshootings and regular troubleshooting, server troubleshooting, and we will be cover multiple things. Again, for that 45 days course.
Sir,
Okay, even
I have a question. For example, we also have a GCP classes at the same time, 7 a.m. Okay. So I think there will be clash between your class and GCP class.
No. Then what is the problem? What is the issue? Even the GCP classes will be conducted maybe after my classes. In case at the time of my classes, even GCP also conducted, then you will drop the what current GCP session. You will plan to what another timing. But no worries. They will allow the what even multiple times.
Okay, so I just have to ask, like, your lecture is also there, and Abhi sir lecture is also there. So I have to decide to choose one
Yes,
lecture.
you can. But you can choose the what best idea is the what continuous lectures only, because my sessions in the middle we
Hmm.
can continue the what my sessions only. But GCP is the not even it is a not a last lecture, right? Even they will plan the what another batch. That time you can join it.
Okay, okay.
Sir, still how many sessions that we have for the self-scripting?
The last class is Wednesday.
Well,
Thursday onwards, I will start the what AWS with the Terraform with the DevOps lectures.
okay.
Okay, who are interested, so please be joined. I mean, please stay with me at least 3 months. Definitely, I'm guaranteed you will become a good architect in the cloud platforms, and also we will become a good engineer of cloud computing and also DevOps.
So one question, sir. There are multiple positions like Azure DevOps only in few organizations. They don't use AWS. Okay. But what I see in your post that major focus is on AWS, right? So if what happens if you are giving an interview for
Most of the companies prefer to Amazon Web